Good afternoon, I'm Kevin Newman in New York. They still must warn them of their rights. Good morning, America.
It's Tuesday, November 17th.
On the outside, Kevin Newman seemed to have it all. Gleaming career, perfect family. But inside, the former GMA anchor was struggling.
What do you think stands in the way from men having it all?
I think what prevents some dads from having that kind of conversation is this need to be a hero to their kids. But sometimes what our kids need is to know that we fail and that we're vulnerable and we're uncertain. Because then when they hit that in their lives, they know it's not just them.
In chasing success, Newman says he neglected the people who needed him most, particularly son Alex, who at 17 came out about being gay.
You were having a midlife crisis and he was having an identity crisis as an adolescent?
We went through similar crises, but 30 years apart in age. Like, as I was struggling with my identity in American television, Alex was starting to struggle with his own identity as a teenager.
In their new memoir, All Out, father and son chronicle their journeys toward acceptance of one another, but also of themselves.
Your parents fully accepted you. You were, there was a tremendous amount of tolerance, and yet even you talk about feeling suicidal.
I was nervous. I didn't know what my father would do. I had these little moments of proof while I was growing up that he disapproved of the lifestyle. I was scared that the unconditional love that I had my entire life was at risk.
For me, it was realizing over time that I was homophobic and that I could always accept my son, but I didn't always accept his friends. I didn't always accept his social settings. And that, to me, as a liberal-minded, intellectual, semi-smart man, was disturbing and disappointing.
It's a very dangerous transition, fraught with anger, confusion, but most of all, the fear of rejection.
It took reporting on another family's gay son for a Canadian documentary for Newman to understand his own son, an evolution perfectly captured by this spontaneous snapshot with Alex's boyfriend at the Toronto Gay Pride Parade.
That moment meant everything. That meant that 10 years of wondering was over.
I have this dream that there's a father out there that is frightened by their child's sexuality. They want to love their child. They're confused, they're uncertain, they're insecure. I hope that this book, in that man's hands, allows him to feel safe to open a conversation with their child.
For Good Morning America, Juju Chang, ABC News, Toronto, Canada.